Week number 3 in the Summit Athletic Conference went as planned. Big wins for Carroll, DWENGER, Homestead, and Snyder. And in a back-and-forth game at Spooler Stadium, the Bruins secured it late with a scoop and score.
Miss, and then it's tackled, and the ball comes out. Northrop picks it up. Touchdown, Northrop!
And now we have 3 teams at 3-0 and 3 at 0-3 in the SAC.
The Kelly Automotive Group is proud to sponsor the SummitCitySports Top 10 Players of the Week.
The number 1 jersey at Snyder went to running back Lenny Bennett, who comes in at number 10. The senior averaged 8.6 yards per carry at Concordia following his big offensive line. Running between the tackles, Bennett rattles off this 42-yard gain in the third quarter. He finished the night with 147 yards on 17 carries with 2 touchdowns.
Lenny Bennett breaking a couple of tackles, and he is gone.
Coming in at number 9 is the Carroll defense that held Northside to 147 total yards in the 42-0 shutout. The Chargers' big defense recorded 10 tackles for a loss and 5 sacks, led by defensive tackle Larry Seibel and linebacker Craig McGinnis. McGinnis was virtually untouched on both of his sacks. The defensive backs were also lovely, with interceptions by Tucker Steely and this pick 6 by Cade Diamond. Bishop DWENGER again ran all over their opponent, and the Saints' run game comes in at number 8. This time, 11 different players toted the rock, led by Devin Tittman. The junior finished with 95 yards on 9 carries with 2 touchdowns, including this 40-yarder up the gut.
Look out. Look at all that running room. He's down to the 10, and he's into the end zone. Give that man 6 points.
DWENGER also got touchdown runs from Toby Eek, Gavin Groves, Vinny Fiacable, and Hayden Ellinger. At number 7 is the speedy wide receiver ALONZO DERRICK. The senior got things going for Snyder just 6 plays into the game, taking this punt 46 yards to the house.
Off the far side, Blocker's in front, he's gone!
10 plays later, big play Derrick gathers the throw from John Barnes Jr., makes 2 guys miss, and takes it 58 yards for another score.
Touchdown, ALONZO DERRICK!
He finished the night with 6 receptions for 99 yards. Hard to keep this sophomore off the list, and Wayne's SHAWN Collins comes in at number 6. He rushed for 80 yards on 7 carries with 2 touchdowns. He had 80 receiving yards off 4 receptions, and his only kickoff return resulted in a 48-yard gain, once again giving his team an opportunity late in the game.
With game in hand. What we got? And then tackled up the top, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty added on to it. So not over yet.
Collins' teammate KESHAUN Fields comes in at number 5, begging the question, who has a better dynamic duo than Wayne? Oh, but wait. Fields also plays defense and led the Generals with 10 tackles and had this tackle for a loss. Offensively, he ran the ball 22 times for 122 yards and opened the game with this touchdown. And he kicked the extra point. Carroll QB Jeff Becker comes in at number 4. Becker was his usual self, throwing for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns, while rushing for 75 yards and another TD. Now he's the SAC's leader with 905 total yards through 3 games, and Carroll sits tied for 4th place with Northrop, their Week 4 opponent. Coming in at number 3 is the SAC's leading passer, Luke Goode. The junior QB had another outstanding night with 264 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. He now has a conference best 678 yards passing and 10 touchdowns on the season. Homestead's potent offense will next take on a DWENGER team that's only given up 12 points.
Goode again looks to throw out of the pocket, throws over the middle. It is wrangled out of the air. Touchdown.
Another defense that's only given up 12 points on the season is Sparty. and the Homestead D comes in at number 2. Against Lures, Sparty gave up a total of 65 yards. 65. And recorded 12 tackles for a loss and 5 sacks against Lures. The score was 48-0 at halftime. Junior backer Luke Palmer led the way with 8 tackles and 3 tackles for a loss. How about them Bruins? Now 2-1 on the season, and senior Jeremiah Green takes home the number 1 spot. Last year, Green was amongst the conference leaders in scoring, and on Friday, he scored 3 touchdowns. Every time Wayne took the lead, Green would respond with 6 points. His vision and straight line speed set him apart against the Generals. He rushed the ball 28 times for 162 yards, willing his team to a victory. Green's got heart, and Northrop keeps getting better.
Side gets the angle and the edge for 6. Jeremiah Green from 5 yards out. Can't be stopped. The lead goes back to the Bruins.
The Kelly Automotive Group would like to congratulate all the players that made this week's Summit City Sports Top 10 list. And good luck next week.
It's here, everybody. The matchup that could decide the SAC when undefeated Homestead travels to Bishop Dwenger in a colossal, monumental clash of titans. Concordia travels to Bishop Lures in a battle of 1 and 2 teams. Northrop heads on over to Carroll in a battle of 2 and 1 teams. And Northside travels to Wayne in a battle of 0 and 3 teams. Snyder, they're back at Spooler Stadium to host Southside. We've got the games at SummitCitySports.com.